good. You're back. Mr. Kendall called and he's on his way over.
Excellent. I was hoping he would arrive before we left for the mountain.
Where are the others?
Oh, there were some Maasai warriors in town, so they stayed behind. I left early. I was anxious to hear what Mr. Kendall had to say. Well, not exactly anxious, but more like eager.
Oh, no, don't tell me he's rubbing off on you now.
So, is the gear all packed?
Yes, we just finished loading everything, including the food and Catherine's shoes. So how do you think they'll do on the climb?
Oh, I think they'll be all right most of the way up. But when the air starts getting thin, that's when it gets difficult. I just hope that I'll be okay. It's been a long time since I climbed that mountain.
Oh, you'll do great. I know it. And by the way, I thought your devotions this morning were excellent. Go to the ant, you sluggard, consider her ways and be wise. Who would have thought you could actually learn something from an ant?
Well, God did, of course.
You know, I've always been a hard worker, so I've never really thought of myself as a sluggard. But then when you started talking about our relationship with God, it got me thinking, maybe I am lazy sometimes.
Well, we all need to put some thought into how much effort we put into our spiritual life. Because you can't be a spiritual sluggard and love God the way He wants us to.
Yeah, I see that now. Oh, look, here he is.
Good morning, Camp Cowabunga!
Good morning.
And it's Camp Kilimanjaro, not Camp Cowabunga.
Really?
When did you change it?
We didn't. It's always been Kilimanjaro.
You don't say. Well, it is a strange name, but I like it. And you know, it sounds familiar, like I've heard it somewhere before.
Imagine that. So, did you find anything?
Find it. As a matter of fact, yes. I've been looking for this forever. Well, not exactly forever, ever since junior high school.
Oh, what is this? An elephant?
Yes, but not just any elephant. It's my magic squirting elephant. Well, it's not exactly magic. See this little hole right here? You just fill it with water and then squeeze. Oh. I did it again. I always end up squirting myself. Well, not always.
Mr. Kendall, I'm glad you found your magic squirting elephant. But I was asking about the footprint.
What footprint? Oh. What about it?
Don't you remember? You were going to do some research to try to find out what kind of creature could make such a large footprint.
That's probably what these pictures are for. See, I have them on this fancy laptop. Well, not exactly on it, more like in it. Okay, now if I can just figure out how to turn it on. Got it.
So, are these the pictures of the possible suspects?
Oh, it sounds like a murder mystery when you put it that way. Okay, here is the first suspect.
That's a goldfish.
Or more precisely, a Coratus auratus. Auratus.
Mr. Kendall, you certainly cannot suspect a goldfish.
Oh, of course.
Good, you had me worried there for a minute.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as I found out he'd been in his fishbowl all week, I got rid of him.
Oh, poor fish.
No, I didn't get rid of him. I just crossed him off my list.
Oh.
Okay, well, obviously not a suspect anymore. Let's go to the next one.
An ostrich? I know it's large, but you can't be serious.
And besides, it has 3 toes and the footprint has 6.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that. That's a good point. All right, there goes another one. How about this?
Ooh. Oh, good, an orangutan. We're finally getting somewhere.
Well, it's not really an orangutan. It's my boss.
What?
Well, it's not really my boss. It's just a picture of him. See, this was at our annual costume party last year. He went as an orangutan. Pretty good, huh? He sure fooled a lot of people. I guess he fooled you too.
Mr. Kendall, I'd like to thank you for coming out this morning.
Oh, I have a couple more.
I think we've seen enough. And besides, we've taken up so much of your valuable time.
That's really considerate of you. Yeah, it has been really busy at the office lately. Well, not really lately, more like early. My boss had me clock in at 6 a.m. this morning. All right. Whew. Is there anything else I can do for you guys?
I think you've done quite enough.
Well, as my boss always says, that's what we're here for. You folks have a nice day. Salute to nature. Salute to you and you.
I really wonder how he got the park ranger job.
I think I made a wrong turn somewhere.
I think you meant to go that way. And I was so hoping he would shed some light on this footprint mystery.
I guess that was too much to expect. Well, I better get back to work.
Those Beside Warriors were so cool.
Yeah, I got some great footage of their jump dance. Can you imagine them on the basketball court?
They sure took a liking to you, Catherine.
Well, of course they did. Charming smile, perfect personality, sparkling eyes. What's not to like?
All right, guys, we need to get this interview on the road. Can somebody find Terry or Mrs. Harper?
Oh, here's Terry.
Hi, we were wondering if we could do an interview with you on the big footprint.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if Mrs. Harper would want me to do that. She really doesn't want any bad publicity right now, and we've already lost 3 group reservations.
Well, how about I make a deal with you? We'll interview you about it, and if we don't get Mrs. Harper's blessing, we won't use it.
Well, okay, all right. But, do I, look okay? I guess she'll have to do.
Oh, you look fine. Don't listen to her.
Wow. All of a sudden, I'm getting nervous.
Oh man, I remember the first time I was on TV. I was so nervous, I threw up all over myself right in the middle of the weather report.
Sure, disgusting.
Yeah, and then the next day, I did it again.
You are not helping the situation. Go take a nap or something.
Fine, I know what I'm not wanted.
I'm really getting nervous now.
Don't worry, it's okay. I'm an Emmy award-winning news professional. And interviews are just one of my specialties. So all I have to do is follow my lead. And I'll make it easy for you.
Plus, this isn't live TV anyways. So, you stand here, Terry. Give me that broom.
Okay.
And here's your mic, Catherine. Now, whenever you're ready.
Hello everyone, Catherine Kent at Camp Kilimanjaro, located at the base of Africa's highest mountain, Mount Kilimanjaro. And we are not focused on the famed mountain itself, but on something a little more interesting. And I'm pleased to have with me Terry, who's on staff here at camp. Good morning, Terry.
Good morning.
Could you tell us what you saw briefly the other day?
Yes, I'd be glad to, Catherine. But brace yourself, because what you're about to hear will definitely astound you and may even frighten you. It was a dark and stormy night here at the camp, and our guests were having trouble sleeping. But not because of the wind and the rain, no. It was a persistent, eerie howling sound that penetrated the darkness like a knife and sent chills up everyone's spines. And although we were told it was just a monkey, somehow we knew in the deep recesses of our minds that it had to be something much larger and more terrifying. And then we found it. The largest, most hideous footprint ever seen by mortal man. A footprint so dreadful that it was everything we could do just to look at it. So what was it that ventured into our camp on that dark and stormy night? Was it Bigfoot? We may never know. At this point, all we can do is just imagine what the giant creature might have looked like.
Well, I'd say that just about covers it. Thank you, Terry, for that very disturbing account. I guess you can draw your own conclusions on that one. This is Catherine Kent with Channel 9 News. Now back to you.
Wow, that was interesting.
Nervous, huh? Thanks for the nightmare.
Sorry, I guess I got a little carried away. I don't know what came over me. May I go now?
Yeah, we're done.
I'll say we're done.
Sorry, leave it.
So, what'd I miss?
Frankenstein meets the Wolfman.
Okay, everyone, the guide and porters are at the gate. The gear is all loaded in the van, so if you'll go get changed, we'll be ready to head out. And Catherine, about your shoes.
I know, aren't they fabulous?
Oh, so we're really gonna do this, huh?
Oh, you're just not looking forward to the grueling 8-day-long hike up the largest freestanding mountain in the world. That's 0 degrees at the top with very little oxygen, are you?
Thanks. That makes me feel a lot better. Next time we do charity work, I vote for lying on the beach in Hawaii.
Is something wrong?
I can't find my backpack. I had it yesterday, but today it's nowhere to be found.
That's too bad. Do you need it for the climb?
Probably not, but it had my Proverbs book in it, and I was really looking forward to reading that.
Well, I can loan you one of our backpacks, and Terry can look for yours while we're gone.
That sounds good. I'll meet you at the van. You don't have to wait for me.
Okay, I'll see you in a few minutes.
Hey guys, I think I found something. I think I found a piece of Bigfoot.